afternoon and welcome to Athletic Grounds Armagh for County Final Day 1998. You join us minutes before the County Minor Championship Final, which the holders, Piarsaigh Óga, will be up against the men from St Pat's Cullyhanna, who are at the minute out warming up out on the pitch. Absolutely beautiful conditions, summer-like, strong sunshine, and already quite a sizable crowd has come into the athletic grounds to see this minor championship, which should be a really entertaining tussle between two great clubs. We've managed to grab Piarsaigh Óga chairman Gerard Barton away from the dressing room for a few words. Gerard, you were mentioning nerves a minute ago. How are things down there?
The boys are pretty excited. This is our second minor title within 2 years, and they've worked very hard to come this far. We have great respect for St Pat's on the day, and the boys will be looking for a good game on the day.
Really conditions, Gerard, looking out onto the pitch as we see it here, absolutely fantastic. Have we ever seen it looking as well?
Conditions are fabulous, and they've put a lot of hard work into it. The sun will help everybody on the day, being a good day rather than a wet day. On the day it would be anybody's game. I would hope that we would lift the title at the end of the day again.
And as Gerard Barton hopes that the Frank Hanna Cup will rest for the second year in the home of Piarsaigh Óga. Gerard, just a word on the whole club development at the minute. Things are moving well out behind us.
Yes, things are moving well with the new social club out the back, and we were hoping that we would have her up and running for Christmas. There's a lot of hard work been putting on behind the doors, and we hope that everybody will give us a support coming up to Christmas. I'd like to thank JJ McCarter for his second year sponsorship of the year and new polo shorts, and Jim Skinnell for the new sports bags which he gave to the miners on this tremendous day.
Okay, Gerard, well, I think as you were speaking there, I heard roars of encouragement and going on down below if the referees are out, so we'll let you go on and do what you have to do, and we'll grab a word at the end of the match. Okay, right, Gerard? So as Gerard Barton, Piarsaigh Óga chairman, ends his words, the minor footballers from Piarsaigh Óga, led by Captain Tomas Duggan, take the field. As Gerard was mentioning, the sponsorship from JJ McArdle and Jim Scannell as well. Backroom staff, Hugo McArdle down there, Tony Donnelly, of course, Tony, and the manager, Tom G. Donnelly, who 10 years ago won county senior championship medals for Piarsaigh Óga against Killeavy in very, very different conditions. Paddy Toner and Gerald Toner there as well. The Toner's very strong influence here with Piarsaigh Óga, and down below is Tommy Martin. Surveys the scene. Their physio, Kathy Kelly, takes the field, so we'll let the players get a bit of a kick around. St Pat's players are still warming up and stretching down in the bottom corner of the pitch. As I say, conditions absolutely superb. Strong sunshine. We're really looking forward to what should be a great minor championship final with Piarsaigh Óga, the holders, and St Pat's hoping to win their second title, having contested 5 altogether. So we'll take a short break and we'll join you with the teams in a couple of minutes.
First, the Patrick, a gimmick, and I, the Piarsaigh Óga. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Athletic Grounds in Armagh for today's minor and senior championship finals. The championship in Armagh is sponsored by Guinness, and the Armagh County Board are deeply appreciative of the generous sponsorship from Guinness which they have received. Che an réistor a bheith an aniu a gluthe na minúir na Garrod McGowan at Club Cullyhanna U18 a Portadunan. Today's minor referee is Gary Smith of the Cullyhanna U18 Club in Portadown. The Fairlina, the linesmen, Martin Rafferty, the Summon, Tommy Hughes, Gary Newt. The Moyer crew, the umpires, Paddy McLaughlin, Shane O'Neill, John O'Reilly, Corinchico, Patsy Haughey, Graham Moore, and Conor Rafferty, Madden. Today's minor teams are playing for the Frank Hanna Memorial Trophy. Anish Burren, Neil Patrick, the St Patrick's team. Everett number 1, John O'Herty, John Herty. Everett number 2, Adrian O'Quinn, Adrian Quinn. Every 3, number 3, Owen O'Castlesey, Owen Casey. Every Cahar, number 4, Sean O'Linine, Shane Lennon. Every Pig, number 5, Kieran McEwer, Kieran McEwer. Every Shea, number 6, Donald O'Murray, Donald Murray. Every Shot, number 7, Stefan O'Reilly, Stephen Reid. Alarna Parka in the middle of the field. Every Hawk, number 8, Kieran O'Hare, Kieran O'Hare, captain and Erin, the captain of the team. Every knee, number 9, Paul O'Toner, Paul Toner. Natussie the forward. Every dice, number 10, Will Hochland O'Makin, Malachi Mackin. Every Hinge, number 11, Marcus McShine, Mark McShane. Every Doye, number 12, Liam O'Hare, Liam O'Hare. Nalan Tussey full forward. Every free judge, number 13, Heather McEwer, Peter McEwer. Every Cahar judge, number 14, Collie O'Makin, Collie Mackin. Every Craig judge, number 15, Anton O'Quinn, Anthony Quinn. In his burden, na Piarsaigh Óga, the Piarsaigh Óga team. Every hen, number 1, Kieran McKinney, Kieran McKinney. Every Daw, number 2, Christopher Rafferty. Every 3, number 3, Kieran McManus, Kieran McManus. Every Cahar, number 4, Michael O'Toner, Michael Toner. Every Pig, number 5, Thomas O'Murray, Thomas Murray. Every Shea, number 6, Thomas O'Dugan, Thomas Dugan. Every Shot, number 7, Sean O'Duffy, Shane Duffy. Alarna Parka in the middle of the field. Every Hawk, number 8, Marcus O'Slevin, Mark Slevin. Every knee, number 9, Ronan O'Toner, Ronan Toner. Every Doye, number 12, Brian Oak Mackay, Brian O'Hughes. Every Hinge, number 11, Ronan O'Cleary, Ronan Clark. Agus Yale, every Adoye or in Clarigamage, number 12, as listed on the programme, is not playing and is replaced by number 20. Robbie McCaig is wearing 21. Robbie McCaig actually is playing and is wearing number 21. Nalan Tussey, the full forward. Everett CJ, number 13, John O'Grady, John O'Grady. Everett Tahajeg, number 14, Kieran O'Rossop, Kieran Ross. As it's Everett CJ, number 15, Kay McCowell, Kay Campbell.
Football final of 1998 in summer-like conditions where Piarsaigh Óga and St. Pat's of Cullyhanna are ready to do battle. Piarsaigh Óga's the holders. Sean McCann was telling you there are a number of changes with regards numbers and jerseys and whatnot. Óga's will be playing down into the bottom end of the pitch where their old social club stood, and as Gerard Barton was saying, the new one being built as we speak. Óga's lining out, as was said, bolstered by Kieran McManus, Kieran McKinney, Tomas Duggan. In fact, 9 of these players were here last year on county final day. Mark Slevin getting ready for the throw-in. He's in midfield along with Roland Toner, of course, son of Donat. And away we go for the minor championship final. And it's St. Pat's on the ball. It's their midfielder, Kieran O'Hare, getting the ball moving up into the forward line. There's number 12, Liam O'Hare on the ball, a brother of Kieran, and the first free to St. Pat's. Remember, this is our 5th county final, first one way back in 1966. If we shoot, and Kieran McKinney been called into action already, and as young McKinney can do, tipped the ball over the crossbar, and Colin McKinstry's just joined us for that. Colin, a bright start for St. Pat's, and that could have been a goal.
Could have been a goal. St. Pat's trying to catch the Oaks on the hop there, but as I said, McKinney in the goals, the Oaks goals, was able for that there. Just 2 minutes gone, or virtually seconds gone into this.
Wait, no, it's actually a 45. I thought that ball went over the bar, but it's a 45 to be taken by Paul Toner. Up he comes. Gets his kick in, danger in the Oaks square. St. Pat still in the attack. And the wide effort there, Collie Mackin, sending wide, full forward, son of Des, who played for Armagh many years ago. So early stages yet. Still some confusion over that, whether it was a point or not. Kieran McKinney taking it from the position that it did go wide, but no point, yes. Joe McManus assures us Colin wants to come in.
No, a lot of confusion there, Paul. Okay, that there wasn't a point more or less from Mackin, but confusion earlier on. We all sort of thought maybe that the Pearse Oaks goalkeeper had driven or headed over the bar, but as I say, the game goes on. Still no score here.
So no score. Robert McKay gets his first touch, sends the ball towards number 12. That was losing out was Brian O'Hughes, son of former Piarsaigh Óga and Armagh player Brian Senior. Brian Óga playing in the second minor championship, along with quite a few of these other of these Piarsaigh Óga players. Remember, they've just won an unprecedented 4 juveniles back to back, and really they'll be bolstered immensely if they win another minor. That's Kieran McManus, long direct ball. Now Oaks get moving. Kieran Ross on the flick, and Pearse Oaks looking ominous. Referee doesn't give the free, and he gives a free out. I think it was Mark Slevin coming onto that.
I think it was Roland Clark there, Paul. So it was Clark was unfortunate there. He thought he might have had the free there, and they handled the ball on the ground. But here's Tomas Duggan there.
So Tomas Duggan spent quite a bit of this summer in England, but Pearse Oaks flew him back for whatever championship matches were necessary. He's captaining the team today, along with Kieran O'Hare. One of those two will lift the Frank Hanna Cup. The ball comes in. Well taken by Owen Casey that time, and he's fouled on the edge of the square. And St. Pat's starting briskly. This is a very young St. Pat's team. Only 3 of them, I think, are not eligible next year. So they've a panel of 23, and of those 20 of this crowd column are minors again next year. So Kieran McConnell will tell me a young side.
A young side, food for thought. Maybe St. Patrick's will sort of be building for the future. You know, we're still the Des Mackins of this past couple of years, still there in the hold and hoping that more or less St. Pat's will keep them in.
And that was Christopher Rafferty, Father Pat, of course, very well known, and number 11 there. That was Mark McShane sending up the line. This is well played by Michael Toner, getting the ball in. It's a good opening start. McCaig running onto that one. Chance for Roland Clark to get moving. Tomas Duggan has made a run, and indeed Clark has spotted him, and there's a chance for the Oaks to score. Tomas Duggan on the left foot, just wide of that no, over the bar. Great score from their centre half back and their captain, getting on his left foot.
Well, Slevin spotted Duggan on the run, and Duggan took that point well. As I say, we bit of confusion too, but seen the umpire signal there. So it's the opening score after, 4 minutes of this half.
So a bright start for Pearse Oaks, and Tomas Duggan will be delighted to get them moving. Half back line, he's joined by Tomas Murray and Shane Duffy. At the half back line, well, the half forwards, of course, Brian Óga, Roland Clark and Robert McCaig, a lot resting on them. While up front, Sean O'Brady, Kieran Ross and Shay Campbell will hopefully bag the scores for Oaks. But there's a magnificent catch by Liam O'Hare. That was Kieran O'Hare, their captain. Fantastic catch. And away he goes, and he's still moving, and the Oaks have been forced to defend. Back to O'Hare, or Toner I should say, and the St. Pat's are moving it in, and they're making headway. And the foul given there after the ball was released. So it has slowed up St. Pat's momentum, and indeed the name gone into the book is at number 3, Kieran McManus. Yeah, number 3. Their full back, Kieran McManus, gone into the book, while I'm not sure which of the St. Pat's forwards, receiving attention there, but they were moving the ball quickly up the field column.
There were quick, sharp movement there, especially by Toner. Toner plucked that ball, well, earlier on, Kieran O'Hare plucked that ball out of the air and moved up towards the wing for trying to get the equalising score. But St. Pat's, they're moving well. It's going to be an open contest this here. Any breeze that there is, and Piarsaigh Óga are playing with it. It's 6s and 7s at the moment, but I dare say we're all looking forward to a good afternoon's football here.
Indeed, and of course St. Pat's managed by Nugent and Noel Mackin, and I saw Martin McQuillan down on the sideline as well as they go for this big score off the left foot, and it's drifting wide, but it's still in play. Mark Slevin's going to have to do a bit of running for this one. It's gone, yes, he's fouled actually. It's Roland Toner getting a few yards. Referee Gary Smith telling him to go back. Roland directs the ball down towards the middle of the field. Well taken there, well covered by St. Pat's. Good defending as they move it out. Kieran O'Hare, their captain, well blocked down that time by Ronan Clark. Strong player Clark, son of Adrian, senior team manager with Piarsaigh Óga, and he gets the ball down towards Kieran Ross. And Shea Campbell, loads of speed, goes for the flick up on the toe. Shea goes round one, must go for the net. Oh, brilliant save! Brilliant save and great football from both corner forward and keeper. But Campbell showed that he really is razor sharp in front of goals, and a magnificent save by John Hardy.
Without a doubt, Paul, it was goal written all over that ball there, but Hardy in the St. Pat's goal stood firm and powered that ball for a 45.
And Shea Campbell showing his sharpness, of course, a nephew of Tommy Martin and a father or son of Liam, who played across the city with the Harps, and Shea showing that in front of goals he could be dangerous. This will be Mark Slevin, tall midfielder. No, he's going to leave it, or he's going to go for a huge run. Up he comes. It was word that Mark had been chosen to represent Ireland at under 17 level against the touring Australians, but up he comes. Low kick. St. Pat's will work it out by Adrian Quinn, and he'll win the free, and he'll immediately get his half forward Kieran McKeever moving, and away comes St. Pat's. And the foul again given. Piarsaigh Óga's fouling way outside the danger area, but there's a large crowd has come in for this one, Colin.
There is, Paul. It's just coming down past the roads there, and they're absolutely chocker blocking around McInerney's. You can't get a parking space anywhere
already, and the modern people aren't in yet, Colin.
The modern people aren't in yet. The Monaghan Road is there's a lot of buzz, a lot of excitement there. Flags are flying up and down the black and amber. You think it was down maybe be Armagh, but the modern people will be out in force here this afternoon.
Well, that's well played by Tomas Duggan, and he gets Campbell going again, and away he goes, and he's absolutely flying as he goes for the corner, cuts back inside, and he uses his head very, very well as Piarsaigh Óga make inroads, and this is Mark Slevin, and he's going for the fisted point, and it still not in play, but just goes wide of the right hand post. But the Ógs showing that was good play by Campbell.
Good play by Campbell. Unfortunately there for the man just after the fist passing there, he came in cutting well up along the sideline, and the right-footed player would have driven that hard, driven it low in towards the goal, but he liked to go for the fist pass, and the fist wasn't on target.
So unlucky that time for him, and John Hardy, a chance for John to kick out. These clubs or sides have met together way back in 1995. The St. Pat's lads beat Piarsaigh Óga at Féile level, and indeed they went on to be beaten by Castlebar after penalties and after extra time in the All-Ireland Féile. As I said, 13 of them are at St. Pat's Grammar and another 6 at St. Joseph's High School, Crossmaglen. While many of the Piarsaigh Óga's boys again, St. Pat's Grammar and St. Bridget's strongly represented. Away we go again, number 7's underneath that one. That's well taken by O'Hare. Strong player, Sean O'Grady is tackling. St. Pat's have a number of tall, big men around the middle of that field.
Great battle here, Paul, between O'Hare and Ronan Clark. You know, two tall men will try and dominate this game here, but it's still anybody's game.
Certainly is, as Collie Mackin grabs onto this one. Roland Toner tackling feverishly, the two of them tussle on the ground, and it's away goes Paul Toner. Small in stature, he's going for the gap, and Mark Slevin been forced to take him down. 10 minutes gone, the first half St. Pat's move the ball quickly. They're trying to catch this Oaks defence off on the hop. McManus been forced to defend. Lively football here. Still the players in control, and the shot comes in and wide of the right hand post. Kieran McKeever, I think, getting his shot in there. St. Pat's on their way to this championship final. They beat Drummond T, they beat Kilclooney, they beat Katy, and then they beat the Harps in the semi-final in a game that went right to the wall. Indeed, they were 2 points down, 3 points down in injury time column, and they managed to come back and get through to the final.
Yes, well, this is it. It shows their mettle, Paul, that they're not here on sentimental values. They've worked hard all year, and they've got to the final. The final at this stage in a minor championship is something special to these lads, and both teams seem to have settled down well. It's the opening of the door type of thing for future into under 21 and into senior football, and a lot of these guys will make it. Some may not. Other distractions more or less will come along the way. But you know, even back to my time, your time, Paul, the minor was always a door opening for you.
As Colm says, it certainly was, you know, and I think looking down there, was a strong link with Tommy Martin, whose nephew Shay Campbell. Tommy was actually part of that 1977 minor team, which lost it down after a replay away back in 77, and down went on to win the All-Ireland column. That was Frank Hanna's team. That's
right, Frank Hanna. Frank had great contributions more or less till Mahary and Armagh minors. That's why this cup is a fitting tribute to Frank. Tragically, he lost his life, you know, earlier on. But as I say, we'll talk about it later on here, Paul.
Yeah, because the Oaks have really started to move, and that was Brian Óga involved. But Robert McCaig, one of the Pearse Oaks' brightest stars, wearing number 21, and away goes McCaig, and he tries to get his full forward moving that time, but the ball goes wide of the right hand post. And Oaks will be happy to get possession, but their management down below, Tom G and Paddy Toner, Tony Donnelly involved as well, will not be happy at the final pass there. So more work for John Harty. His peak cap very badly needed, and let's see what his kick out. He's psychologically up the gradient as he strikes out towards the right half back line. That's well played by Brian O'Hughes. Young Hughes getting a lot on the ball. This is Campbell and Gary Smith saying that you fisted it unfairly and calling for the ball. So a free kick to St. Pat's. And remember last year where Pearse Oaks stamped their authority on the game column very early on, but this is a different match.
It's a different ball game. St. Pat's know that. They know the style of Pearse Oaks. They're more direct in their play approach, and as I say, that they're hoping not to let it happen. In contrast, you know, St. Pat's look dangerous. Here they go again.
Here they go again. They've isolated the full forward, and there could be men over. They'll go for the score. Young Kieran McKinney will come out, vastly experienced in a situation like that, and he's fouled. Yes, and he does well. And if you want an experienced goalkeeper in a dodgy situation, Kieran McKinney's the man to have their column.
This is it, but St. Pat's had looked up. To the left-hand side here, Paul, was all unmarked and had a great chance for a goal, but they didn't see him.
Oaks will have to be vigilant because they've lost possession again, and of course the sun will have and the heat out there will have an influence as this game progresses. Water will be needed, Colm. It's going to be very, very warm.
It's hot, it's furious. We've heard that saying before, but a lot of fluids will be taken and consumed this afternoon, and in particular the senior match as well. But people out there, you know, they're going to give it. They're there for it. You get one chance, and this is both these boys' chances here.
Yeah, and St. Pat's doing well that time, and Kieran McManus frustrated with that. That was Paul Toner, number 9 there, losing out in that or winning that tussle, and the referee Gary Smith awarding the free in. Kieran McManus having a real tussle there at full back, a strong player. Toner comes up to kick 45 metres out. This ball skies off the outside of the boot, and he'll be disappointed with that.
Very much so. He just sort of dropped the head as he was kicking, and no direction at all. It skimmed off the outside of the boot and gone wide. Very low scoring, Paul. 15 minutes gone, still a point in it.
Yes, and Paul Toner, a nephew column of the great Oliver Carty, a former county teammate up your own. So there's football right through with the Mackins and the Cartys and Mickey Tom Nugent and all, right through this team column.
Well, this is it. It's always a family affair, and more or less fathers hope to bring sons, again sons more or less, and bring them in towards the football, the GAA circle. It's just a click.
And away we go as Mark Slavin gets Robbie McCaig moving. Ronan Toner, now the Oaks gain a bit of ground. Kieran Ross wants it early, but that's a good block down by Anthony Quinn. Young Sean O'Brady in a tussle there, getting involved with number 4 Shane Lennon, and the two of them having a good go at it, and they need to be very careful. They need to be very careful because the referee has spotted that, and names may go into the book very early on, and young Sean O'Brady, he'll need a word maybe from some of the more experienced, like Ronan Clark, Brian Ogue, Robbie McCaig, telling him to wise up. We need you on the pitch here, and referee Gary Smith having a strong word with both of them. I would imagine they'll go into the book column.
I'd say they would do, you know, referee, as you say, have a word with him, and a quiet word, and trying to settle them down. You know, it's tension out there between these two.
There's a lot of tension as the ball is struck in. Ronan drops it, uncharacteristic of Ronan Clark, as Donald Murray comes away for St. Pat's, and they really do look ominous. This is Malachi Magan towards the full forward, and they're finding their men with a fair amount of ease, and there's certainly is danger signs for Pearse Óga. This St. Pat's team starting to move. Oh, that's well played. Cutting in off and still finding the men, and that's taken by Michael Toner as out he comes. Kieran McManus, and McManus will drive long towards Kieran Ross. Oh, brilliant catch. Absolutely brilliant catch. The ball is still on the ground, but it's really frantic stuff out there at the minute, and the free given. And immediately St. Pat's are away again. No delaying whatsoever, no dilly-dallying, as they're well done by Christopher Rafferty to Mark Slavin. Slavin solos, looks for options to McCaig. McCaig always wants the ball. Down towards Sean O'Brady, and the ball goes loose. Ronan Clark is frustrated at the minute, and it's nip and tuck column. It's very even at the minute.
Very much so. Ronan Clark and Molly Megan there. Molly Megan got the better of him that time, and Clark sort of dropped the head as Megan came on out with the ball. Ronan Clark didn't follow him at all, you know, and you need to come more into this game. But
Stephen Reel, full of determination, fights off the challenges of McCaig, and then sends high to his corner forward, and away goes St. Pat's' Collie Magan, and they're moving very, very well with it. Danger here on Magan going through. He may go for the score. He needs a score, and the referee, no decision is still given, and he's given a free out to Pearse Óga. Referee delayed. He waited column. I suppose he was waiting to see what would go loose.
He was waiting, okay, and Magan sort of tried to argy-bargy his way in through there into the Oaks defence, but they held firm, and fair dues the referee. He's seen he had more or less overcarried and give the free out. But as I say, the Oaks got to be wary. They're dangerous here.
The bounce is just about beaten Robbie McCaig. He called for it. Stephen Reel, St. Pat's, they look confident on the ball. This is their centre half back, Donald Murray. He'll knock it back to Reel, and St. Pat's will build. The snap shot comes in a bit too quickly. Very well taken there. That's excellent defending. As Oaks strike out. Now, Brian O'Hughes. He'll kill him, Sean O'Brady. Tricky wee player back to McCaig. And Brady still getting involved with the number 4. Mark Slavin. Tall player. Slavin bouncing the ball on. He's well tackled. That's great defending, and indeed, I think it was accidental. Mark, referee will have a word, but the boot went out.
I think the boot was out. It was great defending there once again by Malachi Magan in St. Pat's, but Slavin just more or less put the boot out. He caught him, but you know, it's a credit to both these boys. You know, St. Pat's a few years back, you were thinking just more or less a catch and kick team, but now in this modern day, you know, they're sort of starting to learn maybe of the Crossmouth lanes or the Silver Bridges. There is football in them, and they're trying to show their skills out there this afternoon.
They certainly are, and the game been played in the heat in a frantic pace, and Robert McCaig will be very glad of the mouthful of water he's just been given, as the St. Pat's number 6, I think it is, Donald Murray, lays stretched out, his hands on his head, and Mark Slavin goes into the book. While the challenge was probably more excitable and rash rather than dirty, column, he was frustrated at losing the ball and just wanted to get it back.
I think that was it, Paul. Okay, you know, 20 minutes gone, still 1 point for Pearse Óga. A very low scoring game here, and by the looks of things, this is going to go right on down to the wire. There's not going to be a kick of the ball between the two teams.
So as I said, that early score after Tomas Mousy took it and give them, and with no score, and we're away again, and this is Kieran O'Hare, the captain, he wants to call for it, and he sends up the line and trying to go down through the middle, route one. Tomas Duggan having to tackle, or Tomas Murray, but St. Pat's come away again. That's great defending there as young Christopher Rafferty, textbook block that time, and the St. Pat's team are full of determination, and that was Toner there, and Paul Toner. They're full of fight and grit, Column. They're going to take a bit of beating, I would think.
Oh, this is it. They're taking the bull by the horns, so they're going for it. They know they're in a chance here. As I say, Oaks have won it last year. We're trying to put back-to-back championships, but they know they're in it for a game here.
Certainly do. And Kieran O'Hare, he would love to loft this one over. And slack marking with Pearse Oaks, and the chance coming in. It's going very high, but looks to be going wide. And slack marking, it could have been a score, Column.
Very much so. Quick 1-2 there to Liam O'Hare. O'Hare was closed down very quick. Had to sort of snap at that ball, but in quite contrast to Kieran O'Hare, the captain there, had 3 chances in around that area. You know, the Oaks are not fouling their markers inside the 30 or 25-yard line. They're keeping St. Pat's out, so they are.
They'll have been well drilled by Tom Gerard Donnelly, who's a great defender and lead attacker himself during his career with Pearse Oaks, and Paddy Toner and Tony Donnelly himself, who won 3 senior championship medals with Pearse Oaks. So they'll be well drilled and well groomed, but they're up against a very, very determined on. There's a great ball, and Pearse Oaks have a chance now, moving up the field. The ball comes in, well taken by the cornerback Shane Lennon as he drives out, and Toner on the ball now, and away comes St. Pat's again, and the men over, and again they're going down through the middle, and the Oaks midfield and centre half back will need to tighten up, and the player there, I think it was O'Hare, fouled the ball on the ground, so a chance for Oaks to swing back into attack, and it's the lofted kick from Mark Slevin down towards and the chance here, and this could be number 15, yes, and it's Shea Campbell. Swung on, swiveled onto his left foot and topped the over column.
A mighty kick from Slevin there, wind assisted, and Shea Campbell just came on to the end of it. Like, you know, there seems to be a fair breeze out there, Paul, and the Oaks playing with it now. 23 minutes gone, and Oaks increased their lead to 2 points, but as I said, we have a long way to go here yet.
Yes, and Tom Donnelly will realise that there's a breeze out there, and he'll look at that, and he'll want to be more than 2 points ahead at the interval. So John Harty to kick out. Up he comes, right down through the middle towards the right half forward position. Brian Oak on his left foot, and he skies that one and gives Cian Ross a lot to do. There's good defending there. Great fist from the fullback. Yeah, from Owen Casey. St. Pat's move the ball again. Low ball in. They have some fast forwards. And again, that good ball up the line, and Oak's been forced to defend, and McManus is back there. And doing well. That needed good covering, Colin.
Great covering there by McManus. He read that ball well. If he had missed that there, St. Pat's were in for at least a major score.
McManus himself drives it down through the middle. Marks to switch things away over towards young Brady and McKeague's away, and the Oaks really starting to motor this time, and Robert moves in and he shifts a tackle and he bounces off him, and still he goes, but fists back out to Donald Murray, and St. Pat's breathe again. Ronan down below us here, Ronan Clark, and it's going loose. Referee says play on. It was Ronan Toner, indeed fouling. With very little space, Oaks marking very, very tightly. And again, no St. Pat's player in a great hurry to take this.
Great shoulder to shoulder there. Stephen Reel on McKeague, you know, just one. Reel hit McKeague well, fair shoulder, and McKeague just type of thing.
Now Kieran O'Hare, tall player, and he decides to spread it out, and he's asking a lot over there. It looks to be going wide, and the St. Pat's player comes on, and indeed he's still in possession. Don't know how he did that, Liam O'Hare, and now St. Pat's looking dangerous, trying to cut in. Back to O'Hare, and he uses his skill to bounce past, and referee says no free, and like, very, very strange decision there. Looked to be a free kick, and Oaks have now lost possession, and there's a round the neck tackle, and that could, players get involved. There was already one down.
Roland Toner, it's dangerous there, Paul, so it is. You know, it depends on the referees what he's going to do in this, but it was a dangerous tackle on him. He had no call to do that. The player knows it himself, but as I say, frustration maybe is starting to creep in here. 25 minutes gone, and
Mark Slavin actually been spoken to as well by the referee. Not happy, maybe may have said something, and now he's gone back to probably book Roland Toner. While we have two St. Pat's players down, I thought the first one was a free, Colin.
thought the first one was a free, okay, but as I say, we are only advisors up here. The man in the middle, he's the guy with the whistle, and he makes the decisions out there. He's doing it pretty well, Paul. Trying to keep control of the game. A lot of eyes and a lot of tension out there between these two teams. Old rivalries meet again once in the final. As I say, Oak's going for 2 in a row. St. Pat's hoping for their first champion success in so many years. But as I say, it's nick and tuck stuff out there.
It certainly is. Roland Toner probably found himself lucky to be sent off, but the referee has decided no, he'll keep him on the pitch and the booking will suffice. But St. Pat's definitely need a score before half time as this one comes in off the left boot, and that is a magnificent kick by O'Hare, is it?
Yes.
What a kick on county final day, and he's away back to his position now. Way back, I was Donald Murray actually, and he's gone away down to mark number 10, I should say, Malachi Mackin, to the right half forward, and he's actually been brought back to mark Ronan Clark. Two big men, so it's 2 points to 1 in favour of the Pearse Ógs.
Yeah.
27 minutes gone, first half.
Well, as I say, Malachi Mackin was drafted in till Mark Ronan Clark. Now they're pulling away back from half back, and he converts that after O'Hare done earlier on work.
And we have several players down after that. All back up onto the pitch. This is Shay Campbell. Speed of Campbell going down that right hand side of the pitch. He may go for the score. It could be an electric one. The ball comes in. Great save. Oak still bounce on it, and St. Pat's come away with it. It was a great bit of defending and a great ball in by Campbell. And it goes loose, and yes, the ball comes right down below us to where Tomas Murray and number 15, Anthony Quinn, McCaig's there, but it's still in favour of St. Pat's. Ball goes loose. Roland Toner spreads away. There's a brilliant ball by Toner and a great catch. And the foul, yes, been given. Great bit of football from Oak.
Great bit of football there, okay. Clark had got away from his marker there, and funny enough, just earlier on there, seconds ago, there was the two Oaks men. The ball just came into the square, and the two Oaks men could have bent down and picked that ball up, Paul, but they must have been afraid to. But here's the chance.
Chance for Ronan Clark to split the posts, and he does so. A vital score, giving them 3 points to 1. 28 minutes gone, and Ronan Clark doing very well. He won that ball from Roland Toner. It was a great ball over, and down below us Gary Gorman is warming up. His father Frank down below, one of the groundsmen here, along with, of course, Joe D. What a day for Joe D, Colin.
What a day for Joe D. Sentimental to his adopted club from Pearse Ógs here, and the senior club, Madden. I dare say he has a lot of jitters, Paul, so he has the minute.
Most certainly has, but Joe D will get through it okay as we come back down, and Ógs now getting their tails up at Brian O'Hughes, and he sends across to Shay Campbell again, who's causing all sorts of trouble, and he goes for the low ball to McCaig. McCaig been tackled, and he sends it into Brian Ogle, turn onto his left foot, and the keeper will do very well, and the keeper's been fouled. And again we come away again. Oaks really getting their tails up. That's their corner back onto that one. Yeah, it was Michael Toner doing well. Huge crowd over in the seats already. The Reds and the Blacks of Madden and the Black and Amber of Cross getting ready for the senior game, but of course loads of people here from Cullyhanna and of course from Pearse Óga who don't have too far to travel. It's a Slavin to kick. Gary Gorman is on the pitch. Or is it Barry Boylan? Barry Boylan has come in now. This will be a very interesting change because many thought that Barry could have made the opening 15, but he's been brought in now for Kieran Ross just before half time. The kick comes in and wide up the left hand post, and Boylan may go straight to full forward. We remember him last year, Colin, at both minor and juvenile level. Barry Boylan, very, very strong player.
Very strong, nip and tuck stuff from him. The Oaks will be hoping that they settles in here in the last couple of minutes here. As I say, we're virtually on 30 minutes gone, maybe a couple of minutes of injury time, but they're hoping for this.
Okay, this would probably could be the last kick of the game, or the last kick of the first half. We're over the 30-minute mark. These players will be glad of a break, but Oaks may want another score, and John Hardy kicks out, and referee Gary Smith blows the half-time whistle. The sides go in 3 points to 1. Down below us, the Pearse Ógs and St. Pat's come into the dressing rooms. A lot of food for thought in the second half column, and 3 points to 1. Really, anybody's game, this.
It's anybody's game, Paul. Just looking at these players coming in here, you know, they'll be thankful for this break. A lot of huffing and puffing there. A lot of water will be consumed in the next 10, 15 minutes. But the game, it's very open. St. Pat's, and credit to them, they're playing football as we used to know them, as a sort of like a catch and kick team. The Ógs, in particular, are doing their usual stuff at in around the city teams. But a great battle here between Mackin and Ronan Clark.
Certainly is. You know, two very strong players, as Tony Donnelly leads Shea Campbell in, and young Campbell indeed has been very, very sharp, Colin.
He has been. He's shown his clean pair of heels there a couple of times. You know, all through the field. It's very open. It's 3 points to 1, low-scoring game. Not like last year, but the second half always proves who's going to be the strongest. The strong sun out there this afternoon. Who's going to be the fittest? Who's worked well? Who's the motivators, and vice versa. I wouldn't predict at this stage, Paul, but as I say, we're in for a good second half.
We'll not predict, but we'll leave the half-time score here at the Athletic Grounds in the Minor Championship semi-final. Pearse Ógs 3 points, St. Pat's 1 point, and we'll see you after the break. So, welcome back to the second half. The County Minor Championship final, 1998. Pearse Ógs leading by 3 points to 1. And now the crowd starting to try and get behind both of these teams, and I think we could be in for a very entertaining second half as the ball goes loose down below us. It's number 10, Malachi Mackin, did such a good job, but again, now away come Pearse Ógs, and this is Barry Boylan's first touch. Boylan strong on the ball. He's come in at full forward for Kieran Ross. And the kick in immediately, but that's well taken by the corner back. Shane Lennon drives out down below us. And St. Pat's get moving. He has men apart from him, and he gives it to Donald Murray. Donald Murray, well taken that time by Kieran McManus. McManus outside of the boot, tries to find Shea Campbell. The ball goes loose. Brian O'Hughes flicks to young Brady. Sean O'Brady, will he cut inside? And that's all. St. Pat's defending numbers back again. And Kieran O'Hare, their captain, comes down below us and drives down. That's well taken by Michael Toner. Magnificent catch. His father will be delighted with that one. A great catch by Michael Toner, and sending to Ronan Clark, who's fouled, and he's going to leave it. Going to leave it to Mark Slevin, to Shea Campbell. His marker fouling him, Adrian Quinn, realising he's got to be very, very tight on him, and Shea kicks it loose, but a hand blocked down. Ógs in attack. Sitting beside me is a man who played in the 1966 Championship final in the Clonagale team that beat St. Pat's. Indeed, it was St. Pat's first ever county final column, and Mark Slevin's about to see can he increase Pearse Ógs' lead.
Well, as you said, Paul, 66 is a long time, but here goes Slevin with this chance. To the left of the post, no, it could be a costly miss at the end of the day, Paul, but going back to that 66 final, I think Clonagale beat St. Pat's convincingly. It was the start of the Clonagale area in the early 70s. You know, Clons capitalised on that minor squad, and a lot of us came through. Something similar to what I was saying here, you know, with these two teams here, in particular Pearse Ógs, with their under 16s just winning 3 in a row there, and the Ógs going for 2 in a row, and the St. Pat's just below us there, the Crossmid Lane players coming on, getting their bearings. It's a thing that it's food for thought. You know, it's a thing that you hope that these young players all come through.
Well, about 30 minutes or so awaits or will last between now and the end of the game. The main championship is Donald Murray. Only skies that one off his left boot. He's not happy with that, and there's a push in the back from Roland Toner and Tomas Murray. Didn't have to do that. Tomas fouling unnecessarily, and Paul Toner kicks out to the right half forward position. This is 12. And looking dangerous too, but he needs extra help, and he's won a very, very valuable free. As the men from Cross come down below us, the men from their neighbours in South Armagh peg this one back 3-1. This is a vital championship for Peter McKeever, Colin.
Yes, McKeever will take plenty of time over this here. Just see Thomas Duggan there. He just shook his fist, but McKeever taps it over the bar.
And Peter McKeever opening the score in the second half. 3 minutes gone. 3 points to 2. The man from Piarsaigh Óga lead. Kieran McKinney will want a big kick out. It'll be certainly he will want the big men of Slevin and Roland Toner with Roland Clark coming in. They'll want to win this kick out. They have been working at their kickouts in training, and up comes McKinney, and he just directs it and almost chips the ball. Slevin makes that big run, and instead it falls to Donald Murray. Gets St. Pat's moving again and put further pressure. McManus is underneath it. No better man to be underneath it than Kieran McManus. Very, very strong full back.
Yes, very able player there. McManus had all the time in the world, and he just plucked that out of the air. You know, St. Pat's trying to put a bit of pressure on this game here now.
But Kieran O'Hare's fouled by Mark Slevin, and immediately he gets his inside forwards moving. Piarsaigh Óga's been forced to tackle, and they're fouling, and St. Pat's are psychologically beginning to ground against Piarsaigh Óga's. And now a chance to really level the score column. Up he comes.
Yes, a bit further out, about the 40 metres, but here he goes.
It will go loose. It's still going loose, and that's Tomas Duggan doing very well. The captain of Piarsaigh Óga's. Tomas Duggan winning the ball in the square, getting Kieran McManus going. McManus soloing, chipping the tackle. Look at him going. Oh, brilliant football by McManus. He's got to knock himself off the ball, but he's released Slevin. McManus still down. Slevin outside of the boot. Lovely football from Piarsaigh Óga's. In goes Brady. He might go for the big score. Oh, brilliant block down. Brady again on the ball. And well taken by John Hardy. And Kieran McManus still suffering from the effects of that knock. As St. Pat's come away, and no foul given. Referee says play on. Óga's defending desperately. The jersey been pulled. And McManus still shaking after that, but he did very, very well.
He did very well there. Released Clark, you know, and he went on through till it gets shown out Brady. But a great block there by Mackin once again. You know, it shows how these boys have been working out their skills, Paul. Terrific stuff.
Where we go, right down towards McManus again. He gets a hand to it. St. Pat's are there, but the ball into the inside forward, and he'll go for the big score, and this will be a tester for Kieran McKinney in goals. McKinney watches and then delivers perfectly out to Tomas Duggan. Óga's starting to get moving. Tomas goes for the left foot block. Roland Clark's underneath it. It goes out over the sideline. Been shackled that time by number 5, Kieran McKeever. We have a player down. Is it McManus? Yes, a Piarsaigh Óga player gone down over there. It could be Kieran McManus.
Could be okay, but full credit to McKinney there in the Óga's goals. He took his time. He never took his eye off the ball. He watched it all the way in, got it, and give it to his captain, Tomas Duggan. This game, Paul, it is something. It's fairly lit up now in the second half. Both these teams know that they're going to have to go for it. 6 minutes gone in the second half. 3 points to 2 for the Ógas, and here's McKinney getting up.
Yes, it was Kieran McManus. I see a number 16 warming up for St. Pat's will be Francie Nugent. He's warming up, so up and down the sideline. Kieran McManus goes back to his position, and it will be a sideline ball for St. Pat's. It's our number 10, Malachy Mackin, to take it, and he takes short to Collie Mackin. Ball's still loose. St. Pat's trying to work it in slow but sure. They'll try to go for the freeze. That's well done there by Christopher Rafferty. A vital foot in. Now Kieran McManus again. Always has got the head up. Really brilliant defender. to Ronan Toner outside of the boot, and again this is good football, and this is Ronan Clark, a chance for Ronan. Malachy Mackin still on him. Ronan goes inside, he's still going, gets a shot in, comes across the net, and there was Shane Lennon in a vital position, and now St. Pat's get moving. This is Peter McKeever, and away goes lovely skill by young McKeever. Right down towards the middle, and Oaks are in a certain amount of bother, and if they can get men moving, they're been forced to defend. St. Pat's go back in the attack, and they're trying to work it in. Slow but sure to O'Hare, to Toner, the big effort, and that looks to be going wide of the right-hand post. So a few frantic moments there, Colin, for Pearse Oaks, but St. Pat's doing well, and they could really, they're still in with this game.
Just end-to-end stuff, Paul. You know, it showed what Clark and Slevin there can do, more or less make the ball do the work, head it up first time round, the close play, you know, all got to do it.
So Christopher Rafferty kicks out, but St. Pat's look to be winning all the 50-50 balls, and 3 or 4 men collided there, and I think the referee will probably decide to throw that one up. Several players from both sides. It's going to be the 2 big number 8s. It's going to be Kieran O'Hare and Mark Slevin. 2 big men ready for this one. It's hanging in the air. It's big Mark Slevin has got it and does very well, and left-footed ball up. Oh yes, Barry Boylan slipped his marker. Boylan goes inside, look at him go. Boylan going, he's still in control, and he must go to the net, and he sends over the bar for a vital score for Pearse Oaks. 4 points to 2, Oaks lead. 9 minutes gone second half, and that was good football.
Well, just as the substitute made work here, Barry Boylan just slipped Owen Casey there. Casey maybe slipped on the ground, but Boylan showed him a clean pair of heels there, Paul, and increases the Oaks league's 4 points to 2. Just going 10 minutes now. Just
gone 10 minutes, Oaks lead by a vital 2 points. The footballers, senior footballers of Crossmaglen are ambling about. Joe Kiernan enjoying a bit of crack with Damien Corvin. So away comes John Hardy, up he comes. Right down the middle, and oh, that was well taken that time by the number 4 for Pearse Oaks, Michael Toner, who's doing a lot of strong grafting working around the middle of the field. Well struck, Shea Campbell, he's looked lively, and away goes Shea, and he could go for an electric score, and that's absolutely brilliant. Superb score from Campbell. He won it, slipped his marker, and then drove it over.
Yes, Campbell, as you say, caught that ball well and just more or less turned and shot over. The Oaks trying to more or less tighten the screw now on St. Pat's, but have they anything in the tank left, St. Pat's?
This is the question. St. Pat's have always been in contention. The Oaks will get their tails up after that one, and again Michael Toner's down there, and this time it falls to Tomas Duggan, but Tomas manages to get back on it, and it does very well. The referee allowing him the advantage there, as he's been surrounded and winning the free. And again, another vastly experienced man of footballer there, Colin, using his head.
Yeah, using the head, the shaven head that he has under. He done well, 3 or 4 St. Pat's men around him, but he got the free. Here backs come over again. Back come
the Pearse Oaks with Shane Duffy to Barry Boylan, who looks like he's trying to give a clean pair of heels. There's no foul. Yes, the foul is given to Boylan, and Owen Casey really having his work cut out, and a good substitution by Pearse Oaks, Colin. It's beginning to pay off.
A good substitution. We were wondering 2 minutes in towards the end of the first half, was it wise more or less bringing them in and not using them just at the start of the second half, but they used them. Here he has a chance. Oh, a bad miss, Paul.
A bad miss from Barry Boylan after winning the free. Looked like he was able to convert it, and he sent it wide of the right hand post, so still 5 points to 2 in favour of Pearse Oak. John Hardy, the kick out. He's actually getting more kicking out practice in the second half, so it just shows you that the Oaks are applying the pressure. They're trying to turn the screw. They'll be happy enough to win by a point or 3 or 4. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's either Tomas Duggan or Kieran O'Hare are going to put their hands on the Frank Hanna Memorial Cup. John Hardy to kick out. Up he comes. Good kick. St. Pat's need possession. They have got it indeed, and they'll need to get the ball moving fairly quickly. There's good football by to get Donald Murray going on again. St. Pat's playing it very, very well, and they're really moving now. Oaks been put under pressure. They're going to have to defend, and they may foul there. Indeed, they've done. St. Pat's might get the ball moving quickly. No, the ball been set down, and allowing it think there's maybe Peter McKeever coming out to take. It would be a hell of a kick for any Minor to put it over, but up he comes and he just splits the post. No, it goes wide up the left-hand post, and another bad miss, Colm.
Very bad miss, Paul. St. Pat's haven't scored well into this second half. Their last score was registered in about the 26th minute of the first half, so if they got to do anything, they got to do it now, and they got to do it quick.
Yeah, at this stage we're 13 minutes gone, second half, and no sign of the senior footballers from Madden yet, although there's plenty of sign of red and black jerseys all around us as the crowd come in to this magnificent setting here in ideal conditions. I can't ever remember a county final been played in such heat, and it's number 17, Sean Nugent, coming in for St. Pat's. Not sure who he's going to come in for. He's gone up into the forward line. Mickey Tom Nugent and Noel Mackin making changes there. We've a player going off, Sean McCann will keep us up to date with that one. Kieran McKinney kicks out, down below us, up he comes. Slevin goes up, all magnificent leap and catch from Mark Slevin. That's fantastic fielding by the Minor football, but a bad ball. He tried to get Shane Duffy moving, and instead he's put his team under a fair bit of pressure. Number 12 here moving in, Liam O'Hare, and he's evaded too. He's still going, and there's going to be real danger. The ball cannons off Kieran McManus. McManus stood firm, and there he goes again, and winning the ball out and using the head, and Oaks having to defend, and they're doing it very, very well. Ronan Toner, Brian Oak wants it. Back to Ronan Toner, it's gone loose. Kieran to the other Toner from St. Pat's, and desperation sticks, and the Oaks could be in bother here, and that's gone wide, and another unbelievable chance gone begging. Jim McConville gives us a nod. His hour is about to come very, very soon. But a real chance for St. Pat's there, Colm.
A great chance there for St. Pat's there. They're kicking themselves. They will kick themselves after this game's over, because that would have put them in with a hell of a chance here. As I say, 15 minutes to go, and it's still anybody's game, but that there would have narrowed the gap.
It certainly would, and Brian Oak will be annoyed with himself. He did very well. He wanted the ball, came away down to get it, and then he lost it, and there'll be nobody more relieved than Brian Oak Hughes if that ball went wide of the left-hand post. So Kieran McKinney to kick out again, and St. Pat's must get possession. Up they come. Again the leap, and that's fantastic feeling. Is it Mark Slevin again? He's won the last two. That's tremendous feeling, Colm.
Great feeling, inspirational stuff to his other comrades in around him, that he can catch the ball, pluck it out of the air with 3 or 4 St. Pat's men round with him. But the thing is, once Pearse Óga lose the ball, the head drops, they don't follow back, they don't chase. So they're going to have to do this within this next couple of minutes.
Because St. Pat's are moving again, and this fella McKeever is being fouled, and again the pressure been put on Kieran McKinney and Kieran McManus, Rafferty and Michael Toner. They have defended brilliantly throughout, I must admit, but it's 5 points to 2, and a goal of course would leave a very different complexion in this game. Now St. Pat's must score this, in my opinion, and again it's gone over the bar, and there is the score. Was it Malachi Mackin, Colm? Can't quite see the number.
Quite see it a minute.
Looking at the monitor here, but it's 5 points to 3, and even now those earlier misses, Colm, when they've scored one, start to take significance. I think it was their full forward, or it was number 12, Liam O'Hare. Kieran's going to kick out.
Yeah, Liam O'Hare, Mark and Tomas Duggan there has just more or less moved in just after converting that there. It brings it back to 2 points now, Paul. 16 minutes gone, 14 minutes left, and whatever injury time he's going to give.
There's absolutely loads of time here. 14 minutes for this game to be won or lost by any of these two teams. St. Pat's will be underneath that one, and indeed they are, and Oaks again been forced to what the... Yeah, that was the wrong option, and away come Pearse Óga. Tomas Murray, he's Boylan makes that quick spurt of a run. He looks very, very sharp. Jinks in, cuts round. He's going to take a bit of stopping, and a real chance here for Pearse Óga. As Jake Campbell had fouled in front of goals, and a real chance here now for Oaks to stretch the lead again, Colm.
Boylan has made a powerful change here, Paul. He's roasting his man every time he gets the ball. If the Oaks can play it up to him for the first time, let him get into space, and he can create havoc there. But here they have a chance for another free.
He really is, and a very exciting young footballer, and he has stamped his authority on this game. Let there be no doubt about it. And there he is. He tops that one over. He has won possession in the forward line, and now he scored at Column.
Paul, I don't know whether he was injured or not going into this game, but he's out there and he's proven a point to the Pearse Óga's mentors that he should have been on from the start. But there again, it's turned this game right round the sixpence.
Well, Tom G. Donnelly has decided he started with the 15 he started with, and he's brought Barry Boylan in, and they're now calling, and it's going to be Stephen Curly Donnelly's going to come on, a nephew of Jimmy McKee's. And Jimmy's blood pressure will suddenly go up, Colin, when he sees this.
Well, Jimmy's pressure will rise as we all normally do. Jimmy will have a few tears in his eyes seeing this man going on, but let's hope he does well too. I think it's young Brian O'Q's coming off, is it?
Young Brady, Sean O'Grady.
Oh, Sean O'Grady.
So Sean O'Grady has played his part in the minor final of 1998 as the Pearse Ógs lead 6 points to 3, and in comes Stephen Donnelly, Curly to his teammates as John Hardy kicks out. A goal separates the teams. We go into the last 10 minutes, and the big men are all under this one, and Liam O'Hare wins the tussle for that. St. Pat's still in possession, but they got to get out of trouble, and that was Brian Oak fouling. Brian Oak Hughes fouls.
It's the old cliche, Paul. Foul him in around the middle of the field. Don't foul him in on your 20-yard line.
The ball breaks down below us, and there's the free given, and really if he had played the advantage there, Colin, but it could have been different, but it's a vital chance for St. Pat's.
True, Paul. Coley Mackin there got the ball there. If he had allowed the advantage, he was burned down on goal there. Anything was possible.
Right, number 13, Peter McKeever. He must score it. Left foot, and indeed he does. Splits the post with that one. 6 points to 4. 10 minutes to go in the minor final. Tensions are very, very high, Colin.
Still anywhere at all, like, you know, you see Martin Mackin just coming off or Des Mackin over the far side on the run on, giving inspirational words, but 2 points in between them. A long way. Here we go.
Credit to both teams, Colin, especially the defences, and there's been very, very few goal chances. The defences have been rock solid, and any points that have been scored have maybe from 30, 40 yards out.
Yeah, well, this is it. Any, as you say, and any fouls that has been committed in and around the middle of the field, very few chances have gone a begging, and whatever there has, as I say, that's why this game is very low scoring. But in saying that, what's possible now within the next 10 minutes can win this game for either side.
Well, Robbie McKeag has just made about a 150-metre run. He won the ball, gave it, and then went on, and Stephen Donnelly's in the action already, and this could be a big, big effort from Brian O'Hughes off his left foot. It goes wide up the right-hand post, but certainly Robert McKeag looked anxious that time. He won the ball and gave it, and then went on for the return. So at this stage, with 2 points behind, time can go very, very quickly in the last 10 minutes of a championship, and indeed if you're in the lead column it can go very, very slowly.
Well, that's true, that's true. The Ógs will be looking for the final whistle to come quick and come soon, but here we have play again.
Well, it'll not go for another 10 minutes. That's well taken by Shane Duffy. Left half back, he's done well. Still under the ball, referee, he's going to throw it up without a doubt. Shane stand firm with that one. He wasn't certainly going to let anybody else, and again we have the two big midfielders, O'Hare and Slevin, and I think it might be fair to say that Mark Slevin has maybe won the tussle here. Colin, he's at an outstanding second half. This time it's big Liam O'Hare gets the hand of it as St. Pat's come away with Malachi Mackin, and he's fouled. He'll get up immediately. Only 2 points separate the teams. Time ticks away, and St. Pat's again go down through the middle on a clean pair of heels. That's brilliant play by Liam O'Hare. Great speed on, he's carried his momentum, taking him through. Oh, the foul given! And indeed it could be a sending off, maybe. I don't think so, but had he had one thing in his main column, was route one to goal.
Route one, Liam O'Hare was going on through that
pushing the back actually helped him.
It did help him a hell of a lot, and if he had looked further afield, I think it was Anthony Quinn. It was just a few yards further afield. All he had to do was throw the ball to him, and Quinn would have been in. But it's a free. It's 22 minutes gone. There's 2 points between them, Paul. What's going to happen there in the next few minutes remains to be seen.
Well, certainly Peter McKeever knows, the young left-footed forward, he knows he'll top it over because he'll be told that there's plenty of time left. Paddy and Jared Toner are out there along with Tom Donnelly, shipping water to their players from both sides. And it's anxious moments for Tom Donnelly. I was saying earlier on, 10 years ago, he played in a senior final here for Piarsaigh Óga, and now he's in charge of their minors, so giving great service back to the club that he got himself as a player. But at this stage, it's young McKeever who must score a vital free, and he tops it over, and it's 6 points to 5. And on the clock, there's 7 minutes to go in the county minor final. This time last year, Piarsaigh Óga were winning by 10 points, Colin. It's a different ball game.
It's a different ball game, you know, and everybody out there knows it. A lot of nick and tuck stuff, and a lot of tension is going to be mounted now. I see the Cullyhanna Cup just down below us here. Gene Duffy and Patrick O'Nugent more or less hiding it from the players at the moment, but they have to play for it. They're going to have to go now.
The cup has got to be won or lost. Maybe we'll be back here for another go at it. I don't know. It's anything can happen at the minute, and that's time. It's Mark Slevin flicks out to Tomas Duggan on his left foot, drives up, and the foul given. Foul on Shea Campbell, who's looked dangerous throughout, and every time the Oaks get into ball column, they seem to just step up a gear and put the pressure back on. Sign of a good team.
Very much so. Kieran McKeever, the St. Pat's man, had him by the short there, so a good decision there by the referee. Gives Oaks a chance here now to capitalise on it.
Mark Slevin short to Campbell. Dangerous player Campbell. He may go for a mighty score. Oh, fantastic score by Shea Campbell. Absolutely fantastic score, and there'll be no bigger cheer than that of his father Liam, who'll be delighted to see that one sail over the bar, and that was sheer brilliance from Campbell, Colin.
Great stuff. Like, once Campbell hit it, he knew where it was going, straight between the posts.
6 minutes to go in the minor final. Piarsaigh Óga's lead, 7 points to 5. The gap widens again. St. Pat's have brought it right back. John Hardy kicks out down below us. And away comes St. Pat's by Paul Toner. Look at him go down through the middle. The Oaks are in bother here. This is to O'Hare, and the Senso Theory had a man over, and surely that was the chance of the game, Colin.
Chance of the game. Mark McShane all on his own to the left of the post, just as it happened earlier on. They would have been in for a goal surely, but just more or less Collie Magan was it that kicked that ball. He just didn't look, he just dropped the head and kicked and hoped, but what a let off.
Had he looked up, it was Quinn was to the left of him with only McKinney to beat. He would have been all to do, but as we speak, St. Pat's have brought in Francie Nugent, number 16, and their number 18, Jared Burns. 2 players coming off, so this is the last throw of the dice for the Dorsey men. Collie Magan coming off the full forward. 2 points between the teams. A goal has just gone. Oh, look at that from Mark Slevin. Oh, such football, brilliant football whenever he needed. And oh, away come Piarsaigh Óga again. And right behind us is Piarsaigh Óga's Mrs. Harney and people like that, and Harry McGuke are all going berserk. And away goes Barry Boylan. What a footballer he is. Look at him go. He's going to take some stopping. We have a Piarsaigh Óga's player down. Shea Campbell, I think it is. And Boylan. Oh, brilliant football by Boylan. Back off. Brian O'Hughes comes off the post. And St. Pat's pull it away again, and Peter McKeever's down there along with Shane Duffy. Duffy gets that vital touch. Brian Óg tops it, slows it down to Slevin. This is great football to Robbie McCaig. Would McCaig go for the big one? He does, but it goes wide of the right hand post. And it's electric stuff here, Colin.
Electrifying stuff, okay, Paul. As St. Pat's were pushing earlier on, now back comes Piarsaigh Óga to try and tighten the screw. 26 minutes gone, and it's still anybody's game, Paul. It's still nothing tuck stuff.
It certainly is, because St. Pat's look like they're trying to get back in contention. This Oaks defence must hold tight. Christopher Rafferty will be happy enough to foul there. Probably does well. Now he's got to watch. McManus goes back. Duggan goes back. McKinney's giving commands, and that's well played there by their defence. But St. Pat's making inroads. No foul given. Ball still in play. A score will do. And oh, did he hop it too much? Referee says he said he overdid the ball, Colin. Threw the ball, was it?
He threw the ball up more or less, Paul. Referee was right. He was on the spot, so he was. And much to the disgust of the St. Pat's forwards, he done the job well. He got inside his man, but he just threw the ball up in the air. And
down below us, Joe Duffy has come out, hands on his hips. As Colin said, Piarsaigh Óga could be on their way to their second in a row minor championship. but there's still 2.5 minutes left on the clock. It's anybody's game yet. Can the Oaks hold on? Can St. Pat snatch a last gasp win? And away they come again, and they're looking sharp. Oaks have been forced to defend. Tomas Duggan holds his position. McCaig's back defending as well. St. Pat's find their man. This is the sub Nugent. And the point could come in. Oh, great block down. That's great football. Oaks will come away with it again. The ball centred. There's 3 St. Pat's. There's 2 Pearse. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely superb football there. Was that Shay Campbell caught that? Or Ronan Clark really cut. Brilliant stuff. Stephen Donnelly goes for the gap, tries to flick it in. Great ball out to that man Boylan. Now, what can Boylan do? He'll jink, he'll go, he'll turn one way. This is good football. Back it comes again. Oaks in the attack, and the ball goes over that, and it comes off 2 posts. Incredible stuff here at the athletic grounds. 2 players have gone down, and really this is an electric county minor final column.
The ball coming off the 2 sides of the post there, Paul, but when you look back just more or less into the Oaks defence, that catch or that block by Kieran McManus was sort of a goal written all over it for St. Pat's, but McManus got on top of it, blocked the ball well, and put the Oaks back into attack. What a field there by Ronan Clark to put the Oaks back up, and the ball coming off.
Yeah, there were three St. Pat's men, and Ronan Clark never took his eye of the ball. The wind stiffens. The flags are certainly favouring St. Pat's for into the last couple of minutes, and indeed the Pearse Oaks people will be very glad of the break. St. Pat's got to get the ball back into contention. It's been a mighty, mighty county final. John Hardy comes out, kicks down to the middle, and it beats several players. Michael Toner, look where he is. He loses possession. Stephen Donnelly. Away come Pearse Oaks. Ronan Clark on the ball. Goes for the big one, and it just goes wide up the right hand post. Coming to the last couple of minutes of the game, as I said, Jared McLean is on his feet here behind us. The whole kitchen staff and the Canaris. There's no cups of tea been made in there, Colin.
No, there's not. They're only looking at 1 cup, and that's the Frank Hanna Cup down below in front of us, Paul. 29, coming up to 30 minutes, and I dare say there might be a bit of injury time to go into this here, but 2 points, and St. Pat's will fight to the bitter end.
Yes, as we speak, Gary Gorman has come on for Michael Toner. Gary Gorman is on. We're at number 25, and the ball comes down. Ronan Clark does very well. He had to win that one, and there could be a net all over this one, and might beat the keeper. Hardy does very well. He's fouled. He has got to get it back into play. We're right on the stroke. 30 minutes are up, so it's up to Gary Smith's discretion as to what time he'll play on. I haven't seen a modern man today yet, but we will do very, very shortly. As Donald Murray for St. Pat's. Their centre half back, he may foul the ball. Away he gives it to Malachi Mackin, and he's fouled desperately. There are 2 points between the teams, and remember in the semi-final, St. Pat's came back from the death to beat the Harps in injury time. Is there a goal left in them? Then
looking at Kieran McKinney there, the goalkeeper, the Oaks goalkeeper. He's calling his defence back there as quick as possible.
The lofted ball comes in. Oh, what a catch! What a magnificent catch that was, and that was the sub Gary Gorman. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Never took his eye of it. Oaks come away. Ronan Clark will be happy enough to leave it there. Clark goes for the line, takes a tackle and gives on, using the head. Stephen Donnelly's away. Curly goes for the line. Away he goes. He's going to take a bit of stopping. He's losing the ball. St. Pat's are trying to win it back. Indeed, they have won it back. And great defending by Adrian Quinn that time. By Adrian Quinn. Stephen should have given it. Barry Boylan's back defending as well. We're in the last seconds of the minor championship final. A huge crowd has come in. Look at the crowd over there in the seats. This is exciting stuff. And again, Gorman goes for the big catch. But St. Pat's are underneath it. But they need to make inroads towards the goals. Gary Gorman's back defending. That's number 17 there, Sean Nugent and Kieran McManus. He tried to pick out Ronan Clark. He gave it to Nugent. Young Nugent sends in. This is the last gasp. Brilliant catch by Rafferty. Great corner back and superb football from Pearse Oaks. What can you say except well done? What a game. Their subs bench clears. The St. Pat's men drop all around us here at the athletic grounds. What a minor final we have seen as the men from Pearse Oaks put 2 titles back to back. Unprecedented. 4 juveniles in a row. 2 titles back to back. Column. What a game.
Paul, what a game, what a credit to both teams here. They went out there and they gave their all for this past 30, 60 minutes, so they did. It's hard being defeated by 1 point, by 2 points, but as I say, no reflection on St. Pat's. They went out and they gave their best. I was speaking to a couple of boys there during the week, Tomas Duggan in particular. I'm up working with them, and Shane Duffy, they were saying that a lot of people had sort of thought that St. Pat's were just more or less coming here to fulfill a fixture. But St. Pat's came here and they gave everything they had. They put it up to the oak, so they did. I credit to both teams. Man of the match is Stars. The Stars out there was football, and football prevailed. The referee let the game go on to his best of his ability, and I see Duggan coming over here now by Piarsaigh Óga. But
yeah, Piarsaigh Óga Nugent leading Tomas Duggan, the captain of the Pearse Oaks Miners, over towards the Cullyhanna Memorial Cup, and he'll receive it from Johnny Toner. Just let Sean McCann take you through this.
Captain for the Piarsaigh Óga, Tomas Duggan. Congratulations to the victorious Pearse Oaks team, and the Cullyhanna Memorial Trophy will now be presented to the captain of the victorious Pearse Oaks team, Tomas Duggan, by John Toner, the chairman of the league board.
So, a very, very proud moment for Tomas Duggan as he's about to lift the Cullyhanna Memorial Cup in front of his minor comrades. A great job, well done to Tom G. Donnelly, Tony Donnelly, Paddy Toner, Jared Toner, and of course Hugo McArdle. The backroom staff, they really have pulled out the stops for this one. Jared Barton, the chairman, goes down. Terry Conroy there, Joe Gordon goes down as well. Very much an Oaks occasion. Tommy Martin, there goes the cheer. Few words been spoken, Colin.
very much so. Johnny Toner will present the trophy now to Tomas Duggan. But give credit to St. Pat's, you know, with the likes of Kieran O'Hare there. Kieran battled away there, a great fight there he had with Mark Slevin. Molligy Mackin was the same. Molligy went out there and conquered. It's a credit to both these teams. We used to keep more or less reminisce. Darcy was a sort of catch and kick team, but you know they've learnt their football skills over this past number of years, and they will come all right.
There it is. The Cullyhanna Memorial Cup is lofted in memory of one of the great Gaels, and it rests for another year in the home of Pearse Oaks, and no doubt it'll get special pride of place in that new club room column.
Well, just looking at it coming in there, it's starting to take shape. We're just coming on to roof level, so that'll be another trophy going to the cabinet there. Three under 16s, two minors in there, 4 under 16s. Sorry, Paul, I'm losing count with all these trophies that they're winning, but let's hope to put this into senior level. Well,
certainly they'll work very, very hard at it. When you win 2 minors back-to-back column and 4 juveniles, there's a lot of tremendous hard work been done, and commiserations must go to Mickey Tom Nugent and to Noel Mackin and to Kieran McConville and to a very, very gallant bunch of St. Pat's players. Remember, only 3 of them are not minors next year, and if they're listening to us down there, they must come back. They will come back. A lot of these guys minors next year, Colin, they're very dejected. The day belongs to Pearse Oaks minors, and they're going to get some reception when they go up along there, which is favourite Pearse Oaks territory from one who played many years. Colin, you got a lot of stick from the seats over there, I can tell you, but the Pearse Oaks have always supported their people their players to the bitter end.
Well, this is it. Just getting a great round of applause on the far side there. But as you say, looking at St. Pat's coming in here, dejected, 3 players over age for next year, but they will come back. I would say there's Tomas Duggan there, just more or less the smile on their face. One of the McGahans of Tullystar, and you know it'll be a great occasion more or less in their household tonight. But as I say, that's football. That's the things we play. We love to go out and play it. We do battle more or less against each other. And it was a sporting occasion, Paul. Both these teams shook their hands before. They shook their hands and they after. Whoever wins, fair play to them. But that's our game. The game we love so much.
Down there with, as you say, with Kate Duggan, we see Canon MacDonald, silver-haired Canon. My good heavens, he hasn't changed a bit. Colin down through the years. He's here to savour this one. Damien Corvin's down there. I see Tommy Martin and of course Joe D. All the Pearse Oaks people. Henry Donnelly and indeed Mrs. Donnelly was up the line along with Joe D's wife. Such an occasion for Pearse Oaks.